Hello everybody, Gamer here for some more The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So in the previous part, we just appeased Divine Beast, Va Meadow, as well as saved our egotistical brother, Rivali. So now we're gonna be doing some side things before we head over to our next Divine Beast, Va Naboris, way down south over here. So this part is mainly going to be some side questing stuff, but side questing stuff that's going to help us along the way. So we're going to be going down to this particular stable and, oh yeah, I was tracking some Voltfin trout earlier, but I don't need that anymore. I'll just go for shrines. Oh, and I guess I can complete this side quest. I needed some Goron spice, so I got that off screen. So here you go. It's all yours, buddy. 50 rubies. Thank you. What a gentleman. Curry is what ails you. Funny pun. Okay, so do we have an axe in our inventory? Okay, we got a double-side axe. That's just a normal axe, so let's not get rid of that. And let's just use this to get a bunch of wood. There's a reason we're going to get a bunch of wood, and it revolves around a side quest later on. And yeah, if you're noticing a bunch of frame rate drops, I can promise you that's not your computer. That's legit how the game is running right now when it's in towns and such. Hey Cass, you should be happy to know that your children and wife are now safe to be inside of the village. Wonder if he says anything. We meet again, blah 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 blah. We're actually very close to my hometown of Rito Village, and I must admit, I'm feeling incredibly homesick. I had to leave my wife and children back in the village. I'm sure they're doing just fine. But you see, I cannot go home until I fulfill my promise to my teacher. So yeah, he pretty much has to fulfill the promise of doing some side stuff, and he's going to help us, you know, find particular side quests and such. So in the meantime, how's it going, Beetle? Oh, you finally made it all the way here. Yes, I sure did, buddy. And I don't think we really need any of this, but we're going to stock up on arrows. I got a nice sapphire, which apparently is actually 50 rubies more than the ruby. I would have thought the ruby would have been more expensive, but I guess that's how it is. And I'll sell some monster parts. I want to try to get over 3,000 if I can. And there we go. We made it over 3,000. That's what I wanted. I didn't even notice the damn topaz here. Seriously? Okay, we're going to sell the topaz, and there we go. We got well enough rubies for what we need to do. So, anyways, let's go get our horse. So we're going to get this guy over here. So, welcome, welcome. Alright, here we go. So, horsey, you are now finally back in the picture. So, long time no see, buddy. Actually, I think it's been since actually before 2 parts ago that we've last used this thing. Anyways, I just called the horse a thing. There we go. I'm losing subscribers just for that. But now we're going to be heading up the road, and oh my god, horsey, stop getting out of control. Just walk along the path, walk along the path. Good boy, good boy. Okay. So yeah, now we're going to be heading straight towards where this particular pin is, as there's a side thing that we need to do that is way up here. And oh my god, horsey, stop running out of stamina when I need you. Oh hey, look, it's an enemy camp we can completely ignore and avoid. And already I'm detecting some shrines that are nearby, but we're going to be ignoring the shrines for the most part. Again, I'm mainly focused on completing the main quest itself. The really only the side things that I want to do is something that is really heavily story related, or the ones that will actually give us a huge advantage in battle and such. Okay, I don't know where the path is on the map, so I kind of just have to trust my horsey's instincts here, which I don't at all. So, TABANTHA Village Ruins, and right over here we got a Korok seed, so we might as well get this. 9 Korok seeds. I probably need like another 200 more in order to really upgrade anything. Yeah, so pretty much this is the Hebra region, which is pretty much nothing but cold ice. And horsey, stop running into things. Go. Go. Alright, here we go. So horsey, you stay down here while I go up to this tower. So this is the Hebra or Hebra Tower. I'm not sure what you pronounce this region as, but yeah, the Hebra Tower region. Now, logically, you're supposed to melt this ice with some fire arrows and such, but since we have Revali's Gale, we can actually save the amount of time climbing up these towers now. So yeah, Revali's Gale is mostly used for exploration, whereas the other champions' power-ups are mostly used for bigger advantage combat in battle. So obviously, Daruk's Protection for defense, Mipha's Grace for health, and the fourth one is going to be revolving around attack power. But Revali's Gale is mainly for exploration, and that's probably what makes Revali's Gale stand out the most. It makes the exploration and climbing up just a million times more tolerable. And there you go, guys, the Hebra region. And as you can see in the top right corner, there's a maze. That is going to be important, but I'm definitely not going to show it off in this Let's Play. I will show off at least one of these mazes. There's 3 of these mazes on the map of Hyrule, and I'm only going to show off one of them, but that's not the one I'm going to be showing off. But anyways, this is the Hebra region, which is probably one of the hardest areas in the entire game, because not only does this require 2 things of cooling resistance, but I think this area has 12 shrines in it, if I'm correct. 12 different shrines that you gotta collect, and you're in a place where you need like 2 layers of cooling resistance, and it's ridiculous. And it's probably one of the more mysterious ones. Like, right here, this peak seems to be intentionally or accidentally shaped this way. I mean, obviously there's a shrine up here, but it seems like this area in particular seems to be shaped this way because of maybe a Divine Beast blast or something like that. Again, one of the things that makes Breath of the Wild so unique is the mysteries in this game. Like, why that peak is, like, missing a section of the mountain and such. Like, it's just unique. I absolutely love just the theories and whatever behind it. And I actually forgot there was a cabin here. I actually completely forgot there was a cabin right here. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember this area. Okay, well, let's get our horsey over here. So this is PONDO'S lodge. So inside, we just got a nice warm place to sit by the fire. But yeah, I think all this is pretty much just bowling. I might as well show it off at least once, so yeah, I'll give it a try. 20 rubies, that's not bad. I still have over 3,000. Might as well show this off at least once. Okay, so it's a snowball, blah, blah, blah. So if you know bowling, then you pretty much know, how this game works. So just throw it down and see if it knocks over all of them. One of them? Are you freaking serious? That was embarrassing. You got how many pins? Just one? How did he even set up those pins anyways? Oh, I guess I go for another try. Okay, let's, put it over here. Horsey, you stay there so you don't interrupt my oh my god, are you serious? 0. I've lost interest. Yeah, I've lost interest. Your game of bowling sucks, man. But anyways, we're going to be heading towards over there. And if you look closely, that's another stable. So yeah, there is a stable in this freezing cold area, apparently. And, god damn it, horsey. Okay, fine. I guess I'm walking on foot and I'm going to have to call your ass down here. About time you show up, buddy. Alright, let's head over to the stable. Did I lose the stable? Okay, never mind. Just follow the path. Okay, there's the stable right there. And god damn it, stop running out of stamina. So yeah, if you need a bunch of meat, just kill these mooses and you got a bunch of meat in your inventory. Alright, so here we go. We found one of these stables, so horsey, you stay there. And we're just going to board our horse there because we won't need our horse for a while. But here we go. So here's the shrine close to this particular stable. And as I said, there's like 12 different shrines that is around in this area. If I can remember where they are, should I spoil it? Yeah, sure, why not? There's one shrine that's in this maze area that you gotta get to, and you want to go to this area for a particular piece of armor. But you also want to go to like 2 other mazes that are around the world, but this is not the one we're gonna go to. There's one maze that we're gonna go to for a particular reason. But anyways, yeah, so you got one shrine pretty much at the Hebra peak right here. You got one shrine that is like up here. You got one shrine that is like in a cave that's down here. I think this area. You got one that is like in the very corner. One in this area. You got like two that are in this area. Like, I don't remember all the locations exactly, but yeah, you definitely want to explore the Hebra region if you want a big advantage. The problem is that I think the majority of the shrines around here are a major test of strength, which means you're kind of required to do these shrines much more later on. But yeah, this is pretty much a 100% optional area. There is no memories out here. There is no main quest. Nothing that connects to like the main plot whatsoever. So without any memories that are around here, you're probably wondering, is there really any point of coming out here? Well, yes. Again, that's mostly for getting shrines and such. Shrines that are useful, and of course, getting a useful piece of armor at the maze. But anyways, board my horse, please. Yeah, I got a bunch of wood right here. Awesome. Okay, so you're probably wondering, where the heck are we going to go next after all this? Okay, well, let me just take a look at my map here, and, yeah, this... no, yeah, no. Yeah, why not?
Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow.
Okay, so I've marked this particular stable from beforehand, and there's a stable down there, but we're not going to go to those just yet. And I'm trying to wait and see if it will happen, but usually Dinral, one of the dragons, usually flies through here, and I'm kind of awaiting to see if it will actually fly through here. Alright, we got a Korok seed up here, so I guess we might as well get this. Alright, Forest Dweller, which can shoot 3 arrows at once. Oh, there's the third one. Alright, 10 Korok seeds done. And I still don't see Dinral anywhere. I wish I could get a specific time on when he shows up, because we're going to need Dinral's scale for a particular reason. Again, I tried to catch this dragon previously, but just couldn't because of reasons. But anyways, down here is probably one of the most interesting relics in this entire game. And I mean that. One of the most interesting relics in this entire game. This Forgotten Temple. This is probably one of the most interesting locations in the game. And the reason why is because we've technically been to this temple before. Not in this game, but a previous Zelda game. But yeah, as you can see, it's outgrown with trees. It's surrounded by guardians. So, you know the drill. A lot of dodging and flying. A lot of dodging and flying. A lot of dodging and flying. Okay. So yeah, as long as you time your gliding and dropping correct, this is pretty easy to get through. It's pretty easy to get through without having to put up with so many of these guardians, so... Alright, come shoot at me. You can't shoot at me. Yeah. They probably feel bad because they can't shoot at me. They can't kill a simple intruder walking inside a temple. But yeah, you're probably wondering, why the hell are there a bunch of guardians inside this temple to begin with? Well, if we look, holy crap, is that one big goddess statue. Yeah, this is probably maybe the closest goddess statue when you fast travel, but why the hell is this goddess statue here? Well, believe it or not, you have seen this statue before. And apparently, this is known as the oldest goddess statue in the game. So if you take that factor, oldest goddess statue in the game, you've seen it before. That's right, this is the exact same goddess statue from Skyward Sword. This was the exact goddess statue that was in Skyloft before it eventually went into the ground, and then eventually became what was known as the Seal Temple. Yeah, the Seal Temple. And if you look to the right, you can see a tree that is inside an area that looks like it was encased by a bunch of rock. That tree is the Tree of Life from Skyward Sword. Yeah, this entire area is pretty much designed after Skyward Sword, which means this is the way to the center area inside the sealed temple, that's the Tree of Life, and that's the goddess statue. So there you go. I hope you had a nice little tour of that. It's definitely one of the more unique locations in the game, and it's pretty cool that we actually see something that looks exactly like a place that we've been to in a previous Zelda game. I mean, yeah, there's locations that we see in previous Zelda games from, say, Ocarina of Time, like the fountain in the Temple of Time, but that's one of the few locations that shows like signs of Skyward Sword's existence and such. And shoot, it's nighttime. Okay, so we're back here in Hiteno Village for a particular reason. And you probably already know what that reason is if you've been watching my LP. Okay, so you probably remember this particular side quest, the Hyrulean Homeowner, where I have to bring 30 bundles of wood and 3,000 rubies. Well, I have more than the amount of bundles of wood required and 3,000 rubies, so we're gonna go buy this house. Now you're probably wondering, why the hell do you want to buy a pointless looking house like this? Like, what good is that gonna do? Well, this actually leads to one of the most interesting side quests in the game that I want to be able to show off here. So anyways, here we go. We got every single character here with their last name being Sun, like Hudson right here. But anyways, we're going to buy this house. So Bolson, morning! You ready to deliver 30 pieces of wood? I'll pay for your price. Okie doke. I'll grab them from you, darling. All I need to see. Good Faith Wood, you're obviously serious about this. Now I know. So as promised, I'll sell you this old house for a low price of 3,000 rubies. Once you've got the money together, come back and grab me. Grab you? Dude. Okay, anyways, let's just pay the 3,000 rubies. Thank you for the sweet investment. Spending so much money on anything at your age, it's just so studly. There's a weapon mount in there that never sold, considering it's a housewarming gift. Hope you get some use to it. So next job time, baby. What I have lined up again. Oh yeah, that's what's next. I was gonna send Hudson to the Akala way up to clear some land. Okay, so yeah, this is a kind of an unrelated side quest, but anyways, we'll talk about Hudson a little later. But yeah, if we look inside our house, it's pretty damn barren, but we can pretty much set some stuff up, including a weapon display. Okay, so here's the light scale trident, the thing that Mipha used while she was champion, so we're gonna hang that up. So there we go, my dead girlfriend is hanged up, and now I just need to hang up Daruk's Cobble Crusher, and there you go, I got pretty much all the Guardians, or Champions stuff up. So anyway, Bolson, I asked Hudson to clear some land, blah blah blah, okay, clearing land. Okay, so this will lead to one of the most interesting side quests, and it revolves around Hudson here. So what are you doing? Taking a break. By the way, did you buy that house? Yes? Impressive. You're just a pup. Come again? Don't worry about it. Anyway, what? Looks like I've got to head out and leave this place soon. Why? I've got transferred. Transferred? Might have heard, but Bolson Construction is planning to expand big time. That's great. Yeah, big expansion. Where will you go? Zora's domain is north of here, and we're gonna go north of that, though. We're gonna go north of that, though, an area called the Akala region. So yeah, you probably remember that there's a place called the Akala region earlier that is between Death Mountain and Zora's domain. We still have yet to go there, and we're not gonna go there yet in this part, but we will go to the Akala region eventually, as one of the lost memories is there. So yeah, we're going to activate this particular side quest, so that way when we go to the Akala region, we will eventually find Hudson. Well, no time like the present, right? I should be getting on my way. If you'd like, you should come to the Akala region and say hello. Well, take care of yourself. I don't know why there's sad music that plays every time during this particular mission. But anyways, there you go. So from the ground up, this is probably one of the most well-developed side quests of the game. So when we find him in the Akala region, we can pretty much help him build an entire village. Yeah, build an entire freaking village. That is freaking awesome. But anyways, hi! So both of us sort of hit a personal milestone, huh? Time to kick back and get luxury, baby. Though you look a bit judgmental for such a fine moment, you're looking at me like we both keep working at it. You don't even have to say it. Oh wow, I just bought a house and it's totally empty and depressing. Oh, sure, that's you to a T. I see it in your eyes. Yep, that I was just like that about you about a lifetime ago. So tell you what. Let me help you by taking care of furniture, or the exterior, or anything else for 5,000 rubies. Actually, no, scratch that. For you, let's start at 100 rubies. Just cruise on by whenever you have time spending cash, blah, blah, blah. So that's pretty much what we're going to do. We can install gear displays, installations, house exterior stuff. So for house exterior stuff, we can have a sign with our name, flowers, trees. So, pretty much stuff just to make the place look more lively. We've got installations like a bed, lighting, and a door. And I think maybe the only useful one out of all that is pretty much a bed. But the gear displays is probably one of the more useful things to add. So a shield mount, bow mount, and weapon mount. So since we only have 100 rubies now, we're just going to do a weapon mount and pretty much just put up Daruk's weapon. You know, I kind of want to save both Daruk and Mipha's weapons if possible. Carson, we are on!
Oh.
Been waiting. Why does it look like the two are about to have sex? Now, just to be clear, about 10% of that was them actually working on the house. Perfectly installed. Give it a look. So yeah, you pretty much have 9 different installations and such, or actually no, you got more than that. You can carry up to like 3 different installations when it comes to your weapons, bows, and swords and such. Okay, so this is the one that, no, that's not it. No, this is the one that Daruk had. So we're going to hang up Daruk's weapon, so there you go, Mipha and Daruk. And then once we eventually get a bow installation, we can hang up Rivali's weapon and, of course, Urbosa whenever we eventually get to Garuda Village. Alright, so next we're going to be going to Vah Rudania. Now you're probably wondering, why the hell are we going up there? Well, the main reason we're going up here is mainly just to get a higher vantage point, but that's not the main reason we're going up here. We're going up here in order to activate a shop. A particular shop that will be very useful in this game. Okay, we're probably burning alive even more by wearing all this stuff. So anyways, okay, we got equipped that, equipped, okay, we're good for that, and that. There we go. Perfectly safe on top of a crater. So yeah, right down there is the Akala region, which we're not going to go to yet. So yeah, there's the tower up there. We got a shrine that's down here. A stable that is down there. We got like a whirly little island there, and we got a little lonely area right here. But yeah, we will eventually go to the Akala region later in the playthrough, probably sometime after we complete Vah Naboris, after we beat the last Divine Beast. And again, it will lead to one of the more interesting side quests in the game with Hudson, and there's going to be at least one memory that we need to find that's in this area. And if you look in the distance, okay, that is way too low poly in order to make it out, but if you look in the distance that is way over there, you might notice that it's actually one of the other mazes. But anyways, when we're flying off of this rock, there's a few interesting things that are around here. Okay, so we got this area, which is where one of the shrines are. We got, like, stuff up here that has a few interesting stuff. But what we want to do is go down to that particular shrine that is way down there. So that particular shrine is where we're going to go to. Okay, so that's the Gut Check Rock area. That leads to one of the more interesting side quests in the game, but not the one we're gonna go to yet. Or, I'm not gonna go to at all during this playthrough, at least. Alright, so that's the Gut Check Rock, which pretty much requires a minigame for us to complete. Actually, you know what? Screw it. Let's do Gut Check Rock. I want to do Gut Check Rock, honestly. But that's the one that we want to go to. This particular area is where we want to go to. And that's because if you look closely, this entire area makes up a particular shape of some sort. But we're going to check it out later once we explore this area. Gut Check Rock. Hey, here we go. We're at Gut Check Rock, and as you can see, these stones are not in the right order. This one is a little way too close to the shrine. So you just pick this stone up, put it on the outside just like the other stones, and there you go. That's how you get the Korok here. And here we go. Show me your power! Pump it up, brother! By the gods, I love me some muscle. This right here is our hardcore training ground, String Bean. This is where we come to get ripped and shredded. It's where Goron boys become Goron men, brother. Please move. I ain't moving a muscle, brother. Not a single well-defined muscle. Just scan the damn thing on the pedestal link and then just get into the shrine. But no, we gotta complete their request in order to even get to the shrine. So this is a special platform, Sacred Even. Only real Goron men, as decided by us, 3 Goron blood brothers, are allowed. Besides, my littlest bro is in the middle of training right now. A brother does not interrupt a brother's training, brother. That's a lot of brothers in a sentence. But I gotta say, you do seem like a real man of action, almost like you have a Goron air about you. I like it. So what are you waiting for, brother? Get training. Yeah, that's it. If you can clear our hardcore training program, I'll move out of your way. Count me in, brother. Good answer, brother. We're gonna shred you to pieces, little man. Prepare your tiny self. Why does it sound like you're gonna... you know what me? Okay, let me explain how this hardcore training works. The rules are dead simple. Simple as a deadlift, brother. Starting from the bottom, you gotta climb back here within the time limit. But don't fool yourself into thinking it's only a climbing challenge, little man. You gotta pick up rubies as you go. Get up to the cliff within the time limit and grab a passable number of rubies. Do that and you pass the test. If you run out of time or decide to give up halfway through your climb, you'll have to return all the rubies you picked up. That's life, brother. We're gonna help you push past your limits, brother. Your physical, mental, and emotional limits. Okay, enough messing around. It's time for the hardest of hardcore feats. Gut Check Challenge. Awesome, so the Gut Check Challenge. Oh, I almost forgot a tiny detail, tiny man. No train, no gain. And no pay, no stay. So yeah, it's 20 rubies per attempt. You gonna summon this, brother? Let's do this thing. Oh, I had 20 rubies exactly, so thank goodness I was able to do this. You gotta collect 100 rubies as you climb. A hardcore Goron man should be able to handle that no problem. Even if you reach the goal before the time runs out, if you don't grab enough rubies, you fail. Don't fail, brother. Got it? Good. Then it's finally time for Gut Check Challenge. Go! Alright, so we got only one thing of climbing gear, unfortunately, but that should be good enough for us to complete this. So yeah, pretty much we just gotta collect rubies as we go up, and it's a pretty simple challenge, honestly. And we got little platforms for us to rest on. Alright. So we gotta collect 100 as we go. But as we'll see later on, there's actually more than just green rubies. Thankfully, there are green rubies, blue rubies for 5, and there should be more than these type of rubies. So just kind of need to find a good vantage point around here. So let's just climb up this one, I guess. Yeah, there's a red ruby right over here. So Well, so far so good. We're already like, I don't know, halfway up this damn rock already. And I started this off with only 1 ruby, so if I get over 101, then you know that I completed the challenge. I gotta love just the little minigame music that plays in the background when you're doing this. Also, I'm kind of just imagining what the heck a Goron looks like climbing up rocks. I mean, I have no doubt that as a rock civilization, they have to have a way to climb up rocks and all that. But I'm honestly just trying to imagine what the heck that looks like. What the heck that looks like with them climbing up rock sides and such. Alright, there we go. With still a minute remaining, we finally got 102. So we got 101 more rubies than usual, but we still got plenty of time, so I'll just collect this green ruby. I know there's a red ruby there, but I'm not going to waste the time. So there you go, 120. And there we go. So we got 132. Awesome. So definitely more than enough. That was glorious. Nice going, brother. Now let's see how many rubies you scored. Looks like you got 133. Unbelievable. You've passed our training with the grit of a true Goron, my brother. In fact, you earned the right to call yourself the 4th Goron Blood Brother. As promised, you are now allowed to stand on this sacred platform of Goron manliness. A real honor, yeah, I know. You're officially one of us now, a true Goron brother. Welcome to the family. And good news, 4th brother, that means you can do the gut check challenge all you want. As a Goron blood brother, you are ready for the hard stuff. Just let me know when you're pumped enough to try it. Alright, so there we go. Now, we don't really know where the heck the other 2 brothers are, but I'm guessing the other 2 brothers are just down below, but there we go. So that's how you get this particular shrine right here, and I don't know if you have to complete a particular trial in here, or if you've already proven your worth. Alright, so I've already proven my worth. Awesome. So, GORAE TORR's Blessing. And inside this chest is, I hope, something damn useful. A great frost blade. Oh, okay, I have an empty slot, so that's good. Yeah, there's still only 1 Goron around here, so where the hell are the other 2? I'm guessing they're, like, way down here or something? Okay, yeah, there they are. So there's 1 down here, 1 down here. And this one is completely exhausted. Hey, I did what you couldn't, brother. So sweaty, brother. You really are something else. I gotta try harder. A lot harder. So yeah, if you're wondering if we will ever see these guys again, yes. Gutcheck Rock is not the only place that the Goron Blood Brothers appear at. They also appear at one other location that we might be able to pass by now that I've completed the Gutcheck Rock area. But in the meantime, I gotta go get that shrine that I said that I was gonna get. Hey, here's the tallest rock peak point, so there you go, Gutcheck Rock complete, but it's this one we want to go to in particular. And you kind of can't really see it until we get the full map of the area, but if you take a close look at the shape, yeah, you can take a close look at the shape of that particular lake. It looks like a skull, doesn't it? And this actually does become a side quest that we get from, like, one of the stables in the Akala region. Like, yeah, there's a second stable right over by that shrine that you see right there. And apparently they tell us that if we go to a Skull Lake, we can meet a particular character. But the character only shows up at night, so we gotta, well, show up here at night. But thank goodness there's a shrine that's in this area, so we're gonna complete the shrine and hopefully with this character will show up. And hopefully we can get over here before our stamina runs out. There we go. Let's get in before lightning zaps us. And apparently we've already proven our worth by being able to get to this shrine in the first place. Yeah, just by simply gliding off of Death Mountain. Yeah, that didn't require any effort at all. Okay, no time has passed and it's still thundering storm outside. So what we're gonna do is get one of our metal swords here. Do we even have a single metal sword? There you go, get a thing of wood and a flint, just put it right here. Light it on fire, and then we can just wait out, hopefully, the thunder. Alright, it's just simply raining and it's nighttime. And if we look at the other eye of the skull, there's something here. This is probably one of the more interesting side stuff in this game. Completely optional, of course, but definitely one of the more interesting side stuff. It's just a Hylian. Who are you? Me? My name is Kilton. I suppose you're here because you heard I was opening a monster shop and you wanted to see it for yourself? Monster shop? Yes, I am opening a monster shop called Fane and Bone, but I am still preparing for my grand opening. Here's my business card. So Fane and Bone, come see old Kilton for most monstrous deals in all of Hyrule. I'm gonna need that card back. It's the only one I have. Anyway, are you into monsters? Well, obviously this guy loves monsters, so, sure, like them. Oh, how much do you like them? Quite a bit, just a little, a whole lot. I adore monsters. I love monsters more than you do. Sorry, I did it again. I just love the field of monster research so much that I decided to open a shop all about monsters. I call it Fane and Bone. Travel all over around Hyrule. I travel all over around Hyrule in search of rare and exciting monster parts, but I'm not sure which village I should visit next. Kakariko Village? Hateno Village? The Olrito Village and Zora's Domain are also good options. I suppose I could go all the way to Gerudo Town, Lurelin Village, Lake Akala is much closer. I'm so excited I can hardly contain myself. I can't just sit around while there are monsters to be studied. I'm off. I'm sure we will meet again in some village during the night. Fare thee well. And he's disappeared. So yeah, this is probably one of the more interesting characters in this game. So pretty much any village that we can go to that is in this game can actually have Kilton in a hidden area somewhere around town. So, for example, if we were to go to Kakariko Village right now, there he is. So yeah, Kilton can pretty much be found in pretty much any town. So from Kakariko Village to Zora's Domain, all the 4 Hylian races, and a place called Lurelin Village. We've never been to a place called Lurelin Village before, so where the heck is it? Well, we're actually gonna go to that particular village right now in this part. So, without further ado, let's go find Lurelin Village. Okay, definitely gonna sell a bunch of these silent shrooms because this is probably one of the items that I don't really use a lot. At least I don't use anything that requires like the stealth up. I mean, as useful as they are, I just don't see myself using them considering that I already have 3 things of stealth armor. Farosh's scale, don't sell it. This will be useful, and in fact, if we're lucky, we should be able to use this thing in this particular part. So anyways, let's just sell all the apple. Okay, I was hoping that we would be able to have 1,000 rubies. So for those of you who are wondering, why are you going straight to Lurelin Village? I mean, shouldn't you go to this area? There's a special thing that is right over here. Well, that's because I'm under 1,000 rubies, so for those of you who are going to complain I'm not showing it off, well, that's my reason why I'm not showing it off, because I can't really show it off. So, without further ado, let's head into a new region of Hyrule. So yeah, you might actually remember this area back in a previous part. I think it was like I think it was in the very second part, actually, before I headed to Kakariko Village. My horse accidentally went this way, and I found a shrine in the meantime. Well, we're going past that shrine, and we're gonna pretty much continue down this path. So the next place that we're gonna go to is a tower that you can probably see in the distance over there. It's kind of hard to see with all the rocks obstructing our view. But once we head out of the Pharaon area, we're going to be heading into a completely new and different region. And oh, wait, hold on. Hey, Cass, how you doing? The Forest Dragon. A visitor? So deep in the forest? We meet again. I trust you're keeping well. I know a song about this place. Would you like to hear the ancient verse passed down in this region? Sure, let's hear it. Excellent. Without further ado... Where the forest dragon splays its jaws, a shrine sleeps with noble cause. So what the heck is the noble cause part? I mean, it seems pretty straightforward, but you gotta find the noble cause part of it. The forest dragon? I've never seen a dragon in a forest around these parts, though I suppose the forest from the song could be the Damel Forest. Or Damel Forest, north of here. There's definitely a secret lion in wait, just a matter of tracking it down. May the light illuminate your path. Thank you, Cass. Okay, so we're gonna go after this particular shrine next, before we continue doing anything else. So, I'm just gonna cross here. I know there's a Korok seed right here, but I'm not gonna waste any more time. And how close is that tower? Okay, so we're going to completely abandon our horse for now. So there's the next tower right there that we need to go to. But what we're going to do is actually find this particular shrine that Cass has given us directions for. And this is actually probably one of the more interesting shrines in the game, as it connects to two other important ones that I will definitely show off in this video. One of them, of course, leading to a forgotten memory, and the other that has a forgotten memory near it, but this is one where it doesn't have a forgotten memory near it at all. And here we go. Okay, so this is the area, the Zonai Ruins. What the hell is the Zonai Ruins, you ask? Good question, because even us Zelda fans don't know. The Zonai are a completely original area of Breath of the Wild that is not in any previous Zelda games. So yeah, the Zonai Ruins, not in any previous Zelda games, but yet this is probably one of the more interesting areas of the game, because there's no clear answer of who the Zonai were. Like, are they similar to the Sheikah? Do the Sheikah know about them? We don't know, but that's just what makes this area more mysterious. So yeah, for the most part, we're pretty much just jumping over paths and such and avoiding enemies. But yeah, as you can tell, this place is definitely not aged well. This place is definitely not aged well when it comes to these ruins, and actually no, we want to head more north. We want to head more north, I think. Yeah, so I'm pretty much just flying I'm flying past a bunch of enemy camps at the moment. And yeah, as you can tell, this area is just full of water. You do not want to get electrocuted while you're in this area. But anyways, we just keep heading north, or just keep heading... Whoa, wait. I'm headed in the opposite direction. Are you serious right now? God damn it. Okay, this is where we need to go. So right over here, yeah, it looks like a dragon head, doesn't it? So I'm just going to mark this area so I don't lose my sense of direction. But yeah, as you can see, the Zonai seem to be very fascinated with dragons. And as we've seen before, there are clearly dragons in this game. But the answer of who the Zonai is something that we don't know at all. It's probably one of the interesting mysteries of Breath of the Wild, is who the heck the Zonai are. All we can tell is that they were an advanced civilization, definitely not as advanced as being able to create technology, but as you can tell, the Zonai Ruins and the Zonai are definitely no more, and are now taken over by a bunch of Lazathos and electric enemies. But there we go. So there's the dragon that we need to go into, so the dragon with the jaws. And yeah, we go over here and we can find a goddess statue that is right here. Okay, so ignoring these enemies, let's just open up this chest. Yay, 300 rubies. Awesome. And more rubies the better. So this is called the Sprain of Courage. So there are 3 sprains similar to this, and this is a different type of goddess statue. So you have done well to find this sprain. Offer Ferosh's scale received from the golden spirit to the sprain of courage. So yeah, pretty much there's 3 of these things, and there's 3 dragons in this game. We need a scale from each dragon, and that's why it was important for me to get Dinral's scale earlier, so that way we can do the sprain of power. But here we go, we just offer the Ferosh's scale here, which we got in a previous part. And there we go. We've completed the sprain of courage area. So your path has shown itself. Now go forth. Yeah, so we don't receive that scale back, so you definitely want to make good use of that scale. And this will be pretty much a goddess statue that we can offer our spirit orbs to and such. And yeah, so here we go. We got ourselves a new shrine. And we've already proven our worth by entering this shrine, so that's awesome. Let's get some, hopefully not a weapon. I said not a damn weapon. Okay, well, it's just a spear, so I'm just going to leave it behind. So there you go. We completed the Sprain of Courage area, and really the only reason I wanted to show this off is just so I can show the Zonai Ruins area, because the Zonai, again, is one of probably the most interesting civilization in this game that we don't even know who they are or what they are. And the Sprain of Courage is one of 3 different sprains that we gotta go to. And the other one is right here, right on top of Mount Lineru. And the other one is within the Akala region. So we want to be able to get the Dinral scale so that way we can get the one that's in the Akala region. Because obviously the one that's going to be in the Lineru area is going to be connected to the Neru dragon. But anyways, let's just continue on the path. We'll see that in another part. And I'm definitely not going to go through that forest again, so this is my closest fast travel point. And yeah, Cass is no longer here, so pretty much once you've completed the shrine quest, Cass is pretty much gone from that point. I mean, there are moments where you can talk to him and he'll be like, oh, so that's how you solve the puzzle or solve the riddle or whatever. But I think this is one of those rare moments where you actually can't. Okay, anyway, we got a traveler here, so what do you have, buddy? Pretty much a bunch of fish, a hardy durian. I think the only one that is pretty useful is a hardy durian. Alright, so that's the tower we need to get to next. We just need to find the closest pathway to the tower. Again, since we're going off map, it's hard to tell where this path is going to go, where it leads and such. So the SARJON bridge. A bridge that we're not going to care about because we're not going to be here longer. Sorry, woman, I just want to run you over in case you were Yiga Clan. Okay, this seems to be the closest that we're going to be able to get to the tower. And right off the bat, we can see that we're surrounded by water. But thank goodness we got Revali's Gale to make things easier for us. So far easier for us. I mean, we still have to start off at the bottom. And of course, we got this damn electric Wizro thing. So the Pharaon Tower. So yeah, this is still called the Pharaon region, interestingly. And I just realized that we're actually not supposed to start off at the bottom. We're actually supposed to start up all the way up there, apparently. We're supposed to start off all the way up there so that way we can... Oh, frick you, bats. Frick you. Oh my god, that was stupid. Well, at least we got ourselves a bunch of mushrooms. Die, die. Oh my god, seriously? Okay, we defeated some keys, so there we go. Problem is that I want to use Revali's Gale again, but it recharges pretty much every 6 or 5 minutes, so... Can't really use Revali's Gale, unfortunately. I think Revali's Gale is actually the one that takes the least amount of charging time, apparently. Okay, there we go, it's an updraft. Oh, you stupid frickin' camera. Cooperate with me. Okay, Cobble Crusher. Okay, I still have my shield. There we go. Okay, here we go. There we go. Huge Evo. What the frick was that? I have no idea what the heck that was, but suddenly I just entered into a yellow zone. Well, whatever it was, there seems to be lightning all around. Oh my god, okay. Switch to something wooden. What about my bows? Wooden. Alright, there we go. Now we can get up the tower. There we go, made it up the tower. So yeah, definitely one of the more difficult towers to climb up, but at least we found that updraft. Alright, so yeah, the Pharaon region is pretty much actually a combination of two regions. And the Pharaon region is commonly known to be a forest area, so it makes sense that this is more the Pharaon region, whereas the other Pharaon region is more of the side of the forest, in a way. Bloop! And there we go, we got ourselves another tower. And I think we only have 3 more to activate, I think. We need the Akala Tower, and we need 2 more that is in the Gerudo region. But there you go, guys. We got ourselves the map of the lower bottom part of Hyrule. So now let's just continue making our way to Lurelin Village. And here we go, guys. We found ourselves another stable. And without further ado, we're actually gonna leave our horse here. We're actually gonna leave our horse here at the Lakeside stable. And mostly because there's just no stables further on ahead. So, horsey, get over here. Yes, get over here, Beta. Good girl, man. I don't care what you are. Board my horse, please. Oh dear, lightning strikes the stable so often, I get nervous whenever it rains even a little. I just don't understand why it strikes so often. Hey, it's a long shot, but if you have some time, could you find out why? Leave it to me, girl. Okay, so yeah, there's lightning that constantly shows up on the stable, so Thunder Magnet. And, well, if you know what attracts lightning, then you probably already know what it is. Alright, so there we go. Right on top of the horse's head, we have a metallic object up here. So yeah, the woodcutter's axe. So let's just throw the spear away, we won't need that. Get the woodcutter's axe, and there you go. Problem solved, lady. It was a piece of metal that someone stuck in the horse's head. What? You found what was drawing the lightning? Ah, yeah, that's good as a lightning rod, isn't it? I wonder if someone put it up there on purpose. How strange. Alright, and oh, there we go. So that was definitely a useful one to complete. So we get the rubber helm. So this is a shock resistance armor. So there's actually 3 pieces of shock resistance armor that we can get around the world. One of them from here, and I don't know if the other 2 are in shrines in particular. But the rubber armor is a completely optional armor. I mean, all armor is pretty optional, but let's get some hightail lizards. And I don't know if we need thunderwing butterflies, at least for our shock-resistant armor. And over here is where the shrine for this stable is, so bam! Okay, so here we go. Another shrine found. Okay, so from this point on, we're not going to bother with any shrines that we come across. If we come across any shrines, then, well, we'll just let them be self-fulfilling off-screen. So, without further ado, let's continue on ahead. And yeah, bunch of waterfalls. So if you have the Zora armor, you can climb up here. And I think there's actually a shrine at the very tip top. At least one of these waterfalls, I think. And also, you remember the dragon Farosh, right? So one of the locations that Farosh appears in is in the Lake Hylia all the way up here. But apparently the other place that he appears in is actually in the Lake Flora that is way down here. So yeah, this is the other place where you can find the dragon.
Rivali's Gale is now ready.
Rivali's Gale is now ready as I get a Korok seed. Well timed, Rivali. I think out of all the power-ups, Rivali's Gale is the #1 that you're going to constantly hear all the time. Rivali's Gale is now ready. Rivali's Gale is now ready. Rivali's Gale is now ready. And that's mostly because Rivali's Gale is just a useful power-up. I mean, being able to travel to heights and such, it just makes exploration all the more fun just having Rivali's Gale. Alright, gonna use Rivali's Gale here because we're gonna go and climb some waterfalls here. So up here in particular, I think, is where one of the shrines are. Not the one I was pointing out earlier. Yeah, not the one I was pointing out earlier. It's somewhere up here. Damn, Octorok. Stop throwing rocks at me. And hey, it's our favorite character in this whole game. Not Sidon, apparently. It's Cass. How you doing, Cass? Lightning from the sky. So yeah, we're running across this character multiple times on this part. I say that's a good sign. Very impressive. Not many could make it up here in such rain.
Oh.
I expect no less from a well-worn traveler like yourself. Me, I stay nice and dry. My feathers repel the rain rather well. And my instrument was designed to withstand extreme moisture. When your livelihood revolves around ancient songs, you gotta be prepared for a few raindrops. I know a song about this place. Okay, so let's hear it, and then this will be our hint for the next shrine. When a hero calls down lightning from the sky... Right? The monk responds with a ground mound on high. Okay, so obviously we need to spawn lightning there. There's a puzzle in this area somehow, and blah 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 blah. Okay, so this one is a pretty simple and obvious one. And since there's always thunder around this area, this shrine can be beaten pretty darn easily. So as long as you have like a metallic sword or whatever, this is pretty darn easy to beat. So we're gonna get rid of the woodcutter's axe, considering it's our weakest weapon. So there you go. What pretty much was threatening the stable can now be a useful tool to get inside of our shrine. Alright, there we go. Lightning the heck up. It's taking forever to strike. Okay, why is it not doing anything? Oh, what the heck? It just disappeared. It just disappeared and didn't even do anything. Okay, fine then. I guess the silver bows are weakest, so drop this. I don't know, do we need to stand close to it and then something will happen? But there you go, we finally got the dang shrine. So, Cass, what do you have to say to that? Are you impressed? Ah, so there was a shrine inside that crag split by lightning. The bolt was so furious that I worried that I might get struck down myself. I'd say that's worthy of being immortalized in song. Anyway, may the light shine ever in your path. So yeah, QUKAH NATA's blessing. So there we go. That was a pretty easy shrine to get. Oh, and there we go. There's the other rubber armor. Rubber tights. So yeah, if you want to get the rubber armor, you pretty much get the tights in here and you get the helm at the stable. So that's important to keep in mind. I don't know where the body armor is, or I don't recall where the body armor is. Alright, and now that we solved the shrine, not only is Cass gone, but the lightning is gone too. I guess Cass just brings lightning wherever he goes with him. Okay, let's not insult Cass. Anyways, we're just going to continue on going to the LURELIN village. But there's also going to be one other area that we're going to go to first. And it's on top of this mountain area. So obviously we can go along this path to get to the LURELIN village pretty soon. And over there has its own quest that we need to complete and such. And we got a Korok that is up there. Probably should have got that, but whatever. So anyways, taking this shortcut up a rainy mountain definitely proved a lot more troublesome. But anyways, up here is actually one of the more interesting areas of the game, because there's actually an area that is similar to this. And if we look up here, there's a heart up here. There's a heart up here, and there's actually a similar one that is over here, but it's a broken heart. Apparently this area is useless. You can only get a few fairies that are there. But this one in particular, where our heart is where we're going to take Sidon the next time we go out on our date. But anyways, up here is going to be an interesting side quest, and as you can probably tell, it revolves around love. But yeah, here it is. The Heart Lake, so ooh la la. Hey, I'm trying to work up the courage to talk to her. Just let me, yeah? No problem. I mean, I definitely don't want to rival with you. I mean, I have a Zora boyfriend. I'm so glad. Oh, by the way, my name is Wabin. To be honest, I lost my way earlier. I closed my eyes for a minute, and when I opened them, the most beautiful woman I've ever seen was standing before me. At first, I thought I was dreaming, or that she was a ghost or something. I mean, it's not every day I run into a gorgeous woman in the middle of nowhere. But figment of my imagination or not, it was love at first sight. And so I've decided to gather my courage and go confess my feelings to her. I've decided long ago that I was to meet the girl of my dreams. I'll hand her a blue nightshade and confess my love. If I had a blue nightshade, okay, I already have it, so... Okay, so here you go, buddy. So a gift of nightshade. So I already have one, so if you say so, there you go. Now go confess your love to her, you pussy. Thank you. This is so perfect. It's exactly what I needed. Ooh la la. When I look at her, my legs freeze up, my throat goes dry. I can't do it. Please, could you take my gift to her? Sure, I'll just steal her from ya. Okay, so we get the blue nightshade back, so there we go. Okay, so we gotta go and talk to this woman for him, so... Lady, this guy is a pussy, so here you go. Saba Saba. Could you be the Vo I am destined to meet? I guess this will actually give you a little bit of a preview of how Garuda work, but they have their own type of language. So what the heck is a Vo? No, I don't think so. But then, this is the Pond of Legend, is it not? The one where a person finds true love? Yet, all I see right now is that strange Vo on the other side of the pond. Could I be at the wrong one? Okay, let's talk to her again. So a gift from that guy. I see. So you're delivering these flowers from that Vo over there? So yeah, Vos are essentially men, essentially. I don't sense any deceit from you. Alright, so there we go. We just paired a couple, guys. This will actually not be our first time. So you're the one who gave me the flowers? Eek, I'm sorry. Could it be that you don't like blue nightshade? Why would you say that? This is my favorite kind of flower. How did you know that anyway? Are you a Yiga spy? No, that's not it. Blue nightshade just happens to be my favorite flower. Long ago, I decided to give my true love this flower. Your true love. So this is what they call destiny. You're the Vo that destiny has chosen for me then? Alright, go ahead and speak your piece. What do you mean? No, that's not right at all. I'm talking about what a Vo says to a Vey. So, Vey is obviously women. What do you mean? You know, something like, I like you, or please go out with me. Sure. Asking so directly, how could I possibly say no? What? Yeah, come on, gender roles don't matter, okay? A Vo does not have to say that directly. Oh, wow, did you hear that? She said she likes me and she wants to go out. This is the first time anyone has ever said they like me. And for it to come from a woman of my dreams, this is such an amazing feeling. I am so glad I was born into this world. There's no way I can truly thank you, but please, take this as a token of my thanks. Okay, there we go. That's all you're willing to offer him for everything he's done for you? No, of course not. Here, this is what I meant to give you. Thanks, woman. Much better. So 120 rubies, awesome. Hey, you. I guess I owe you too. I hope you have as much luck finding someone as I did, thanks to you. Oh, I already have someone. Yeah, it's a nice male Zora that I'm in love with. Yeah, right at the tip top of this mountain is a Korok, so I might as well get this little guy. Bye-bye. Drop that on your head. We got a shrine that's up there, and an island that's over there that I will not show off in this Let's Play because, my god, is it one of the more pain-in-the-ass shrines to complete. But there you go, guys. Down there. That's Lurelin Village. So there we go. We got the shrine that is down here. It's 9:50 p.m. And it doesn't look like Fane and Bone is here yet. Or at least the shop Fane and Bone. You know, you gotta love how there's just an enemy camp that actually overlooks the village itself. It's just weird. But there we go. Lurelin Village, Yarin Shrine. Okay, we don't care about the shrine. That's going to be completed off screen. But here we go. Lurelin Village. Definitely a very interesting location, considering that this is not in any of a previous Zelda game at all. But yeah, you got the goddess statue that is right over here. And there's a few interesting side quests that you can pick up here. Like, this is completely optional, just come in here. It's mostly for a few side quests. There's a shrine that is, like, around here or something like that, like around here. But, for the most part, we're not going to do that. I pretty much just came to this village just to show off I came to this village. There's really no point of me coming here, other than just really showing off. But without further ado, there's the Fane and Bone area that's over there. So now that we got some rubies from putting a man and a woman together, what should we get? Shock arrows, normal arrows. Let's get some shock arrows just in case. Okay, so let's take a shortcut with Revali's Gale. Alright, so now we can finally see what this shop is in person. I mean, in order to activate it, you have to go to that Skull Lake area. But yeah, this is the location that Kilton shows up in. It's just you. You startled me. My monster shop is now open for business. Seeing as how you're the first time customer here at Fane and Bone, our first order of business will be converting your monster parts into Mon. What is Mon? Mon is a currency I invented to destabilize the market and fight the establishment. Just kidding, there's no establishment in Hyrule. I just love monsters so much that I turn them into money. Here's the deal. If you bring me monster parts, I'll exchange them for Mon. I'm the only business in Hyrule that accepts Mon as payment. Pretty exclusive, eh? Anyway, you can spend your Mon on various types of monster gear that I've created based on my research. Another thing. I'm always developing a new monster gear, so remember to check back in between your adventures. Okay, so anyway, let's exchange for some Mon. Alright, so I'll just sell some of this. And considering for a guy that loves monsters so much, he gets pretty excited that we're selling their corpses and such. But yeah, you don't want to sell the ancient parts. You want to save the ancient parts for something later. I don't think the key swing really gets used for anything, so... Oh, no, I did not mean to... Okay. So the key swing... the choo-choo jelly is probably pretty useless, but we'll sell at least 5 of them because we'll definitely need that just in case, because I think we do need like the red choo-choo jelly, yellow choo-choo jelly, and the ice choo-choo jelly in order to upgrade our gear. Hopefully that's enough for what we need. We need one particular thing from this guy. So I've developed a killer piece of monster gear. I call it the Lionel Mask. So Lionels are monsters, half man, half horse. They're absolutely vicious. Okay, so the one thing we need is this. Monster Extract. We're going to buy at least 2 of these just in case. But this will be for an important side quest later on. Then we got a wooden mop, which is useless. And then this is the stuff that we can get. So we can get a saddle and bridle for our horse. A Lionel mask, a Lizalfo's mask, a Moblin mask, and a Bokoblin mask, and a spring-loaded hammer. But yeah, what are these masks used for? So apparently equipped in it, we can blend in with the enemies. Now the thing is, there's a DLC mask that actually makes these masks almost useless. Although the DLC mask only has 1 thing of defense, whereas these have 3 things of defense. But these masks are almost rendered useless considering the DLC mask that we can get in this game. So There we go. So that was pretty much the only reason we really needed to go to Kilton, was just to get monster extract. So yeah, this can be used for cooking, and we're gonna save the monster extract for something later. Something very useful. But there you go, guys. So that's going to be the end of the part for The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. So this entire part was mostly just side questing stuff and all that. So we got ourselves a new region, the Faron region. I mean, this was already the Faron region in general, but we saw the new part of the Faron region. We got the Spring of Courage, new stable, completed 2 of Cass's puzzles, brought a couple together, found Lurelin Village, and what else did we do in this part? Oh yeah, we also paid in order to get the house that is in the Hiteno Village, so that way it can start another side quest up in the Akala region. And we also activated the Hebra Tower, got to this particular stable, and we got to the Forgotten Temple, which is a relic of Skyward Sword. And I actually forgot to mention, there's another area that's a relic of Skyward Sword in this game. I mean, there's more of them, but another is actually this particular spring. It may not look obvious at first, but this spring was actually from Skyward Sword. There's actually 2 of these in particular, and we will find another one at one of the other springs. But yeah, this is a spring that was from a previous Zelda game. I forget which one it was, if it was the Faron region or the Elden region. But yeah, this is actually one of the springs from Skyward Sword. And it was taken over by the Zonai at one point, a civilization we don't know about. And the Forgotten Temple that is way up here is apparently where the other one is. What doesn't make sense is that the Forgotten Temple, which is the Seal Temple, was part of the Faron region. And the thing is that these 2 are on opposite sides of the map, so I don't know if Hyrule just shifts in continental plates over time. Like, the maps in Zelda games are very inconsistent. But yeah, these are 2 relics of Skyward Sword, the Spring of Courage and the Forgotten Temple up here. So yeah, there you go, guys. That will be the end of The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild part, I don't know what part this is, part 11, I think. Oh, here we go, guys. Okay, so I decided before I end this part, I'm going to try to get Dinral Scale, because we need Dinral Scaled in order to get to the Shrine of Power later on when we eventually get to it. Oh man, I may have a bad start. Oh, no, I got a good start. Awesome. Okay. Now please get a damn scale from this dragon. Oh, there we go. And there it goes. Conveniently right over in the Hebra region. But there you go, guys. We finally got Dinral Scale, and that's exactly what I needed. Exactly what I wanted. So we're going to use Dinral Scale when we eventually find the Spring of Power, which actually has one of the forgotten memories that we need to find anyway. So here we go, Dinral Scale. So in the next part, we're going to be heading over to the next Divine Beast in the Gerudo region. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and all I can say is, hope you enjoyed this part, and I'll see you guys in the next part when we go after Von Naboris. Goodbye.